Hey, welcome back to the Garage Horror Life Show. It's a beautiful day here on Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia. About 49 degrees. We might be getting some rain here in a little bit, but it's a nice Saturday evening. Thought I would continue going through comic books upstairs with you. So, let's head on up to the third floor. Still got some comic book organizing to do. And with no further ado, let's get that going. Today I've been watching Go Go Gophers, Tennessee Tuxedo, and what else? It's a fine entertainment. We got some old Terry tunes playing right now. Oh, let me show you some progress on the basement project that I've been taking stuff down to the basement to try to, I don't know what I'm trying to do, but I'll show you what I'm doing. All right. I misplaced the tripod again that Captain Strangeliffe sent me. I had it in my hand to take downstairs to do this show, and I don't know where I set it down, so, oh well. Let's see. Yeah, down here, I've starting to create kind of toy displays. I think I had this up here. It must have fallen. Oh well. It's work in progress here. Sometimes it's too dangerous to go outside on the street because there's all these horrible criminals and fentanyl addicts roving down the street like the living dead. So I stay inside and mess around with these toys. Oh well. I was going to put this Planet of the Apes lunchbox. I'm trying to create a Planet of the Apes area here, but I've got to move stuff around. So for right now, I'll set the Planet of the Apes lunchbox down here. It's in really good shape because it was bought for me by my mother to use at school, but I never took it to school because I wanted to keep it nice because I like Planet of the Apes. It's based on the TV series from 1974, unfortunately. Doesn't, so it doesn't have Nova on it. It's the Starsky and Hutch guys from the TV show. All right, so down here, everything's still a work in progress with the arcade machines. Let's turn off the light. And we'll go up and look at some comics. So I've been showing movie posters lately. I don't know if that interests you guys so much. Why is the light on in the laundry room? Oh well. Let's head on up. I am really sleepy, man. Maybe doing this show will wake us up. Pete, you sleepy too? Yeah, you sure look like it. All right. Let's turn off some of these lights. Oh, here's another. I was wondering what this was. I've been showing you posters, and this is something that needs to go with the rest. It's a Will Elder print. It's signed by Will Elder and Harvey Kurtzman. It's 175 of 500 of Little Annie Fanny. So I need to take that upstairs. Okay. The wonderful sounds of Terry Tunes. This is all available for you on YouTube. A long playlist of Terry Tunes. Let's see what this is. Night Out. All right. Oh, I've got some Wonder Woman comics I need to put in. All right. All right, so we're going to put these Wonder Woman comics that I got in Des Moines into the next box we look at, which will have Wonder Woman in it, and then I will find that I guarantee you I'll probably find that I already own these Wonder Woman comics, and then I will utter some expletives, but I will probably not. I'm trying not to curse on this family channel. Too much vile vulgarities in the world. We need to make the Garage Warlock channel a fine family channel accessible to all. So, Wonder Woman. Okay, where did I put that tripod? Oh, I never realized how much I needed it. I'm going to sit here in this chair and go through comics. But where did I put the tripod? There's a flashlight. I'll prop the book up with some. I'll prop the phone up with some books, and I'll find that tripod pretty soon. So, in the comic room, this. I'll put this in the closet in here. All those posters you've seen me bringing into the closet recently. This is the ones that are mounted onto board. I'm putting them here. And then in here is all the posters you've seen me bring in. So that's some of the excitement that you've seen over the last few episodes. Unless, of course, you haven't been watching in a while. Oh, man, there's a box here I really need to get into. Where is it? Yeah, I showed you that Carol Lombard cardboard cutout. Here's the other ones. Let me get them all together. Here's Mae West, who was my uncle's favorite movie star, and Betty Davis. Just a moment. I'll move these CDs and DVDs because I think this box is important here. This is a box of ACG Comics and EC Comics reprints. I have it here because I was desperate to have something cool to show on the Wednesday night Graphic Man show, and here's another box of cool comics with Thunder Agents and stuff. That's not the box I was looking for, though. Okay. Here's a framed cover of Haunt of Fear. It's only the cover. Okay, now this is the box I was looking for. I think. Where is it? Now these are all. Oh man. Maybe it's this box. Now that's my horror. It doesn't matter. It'll never be found. Never, I tell you. Okay. Okay. Okay, we were going through a W box that had Werewolf by Night when the last time that we were together. Okay, I'm looking for something big enough to hold the camera up. I think this will do. Okay, that'll do. Okay. Okay, all right, wonderful, fantastic. Shit, fuck this. Okay, this is where we were. I just cursed and I said I wouldn't do it. When we last met, we were looking at this copy of The Western Kid, which is an early 20th century. So it'd be from about 1972. And I was admiring that cover. And then the camera shut off because, oh man, this is not good. Okay, here's another fantastic comic. Western Gunfighters, featuring Kid Colt, Black Rider, and Apache Kid. 20 cent. These are reprints, but here's issue 21 of Western Gunfighters. Okay. Then this book needs to be put into a bag. Okay, bag and board. This is, I bought this off the rack as a kid. It's What If #1. It looks like a subscription copy, but I know I bought this off the rack, but it's just, it's not in the condition I would normally have a comic. So I think what happened is maybe maybe it was at the bottom of the bundle, and the I used to tie together bundles of comics, and I bet the string dented in this comic in the back. So of course it would have to be What If #1. Anyway, What If was a great series. At least they kept restarting it like they do with modern comics, but this is one of the early cases where they kept restarting something, and especially during that annoying 1990s period. So you have to look inside at the date or go by the price to figure out what volume of What If you're dealing with. This is the second issue of What If. This is how a comic that I bought would look, because I took care of my comics. It's just that must. Now, why would I buy a copy that was that messed up of What If? It had to have been the only copy on the rack. That would be the only reason I would accept that condition, because I was very particular. What If #3? I remember this being a great story. What if the Avengers had never been? Oh. How about that? So these bags and boards that Captain Strangelove gave me are coming in handy, because I'm getting this stuff protected. #4, what if the invaders had stayed together after World War II? And then it looks like I don't have issues 5 and 6. That's the sound of Drew coming, or my dog. #7, what if someone else besides Spider-Man had been bitten by the radioactive spider? These were fun comics. But I love looking through them and seeing the ads and everything. Seems like most people now just want to get them slabbed, and so they can never see the inside again. Then it looks like I don't have issue 9, but I have What If the Avengers Had Fought Evil During the 1950s, issue #9. These are very common books. I'm not showing you anything that's gonna knock your socks off. That's too small. That must be a bag for modern shitty comics. Okay. Here we go. This is a Silver Age bag, so it fits. Okay, then I don't have issue 10. But I have an issue 11. What if the original Marvel bullpen had become the Fantastic Four? And it has Kirby art. Now the question is, writer, artist, and editor Jack Kirby. See, Stan Lee is Mr. Fantastic, and Jack Kirby is the Thing. Flo Steinberg is the Invisible Girl, and Saul Brodsky is Human Torch. Is this the last time that Jack Kirby did the Fantastic Four? Yeah, okay, let me put this. When I find a bag that's too small, I'm going to put it over there, because I know it's for inferior comics. Instead of calling it the modern age, they should call it the inferior age. I think that would be good. If it's not the Silver Age or the Bronze Age, it's the inferior age. Let's see. All right. What if Conan the Barbarian walked the earth today? Seems like they did this concept several times. 13, issue 13. It's a great issue. There was listening to Howler Mouse, and some of his buddies were doing a live stream about Conan the Barbarian Marvel Comics last night, Friday night, and they were talking about the accent mark in the pirate queen Belay's name, and Paulo Costa was saying, well, her name should be pronounced Bellet because of the accent mark. I said, well, I don't know. Why have I always pronounced it Belay? It seems like at some point they must have told us the pronunciation in the comic. I'm trying to find a bag and board that fits. Otherwise, why have I been pronouncing it Belay? That's too snug. Belay all these years. I'm probably wrong. I'm wrong all the time. But Bellet is that's not an attractive name for a... What do I know? Okay, most of these have got to be Silver Age bags because they came from Captain Strangelove, but some of these are not from Captain Strange. Some of these are from are bags that I've discovered recently as I've gone through things. Okay, so finally I've got a bag where it fits. 14. I've never really tuned in to watch this What If series that Disney Plus has. I don't like the animation style. I mean, I far prefer the Grantry Lawrence barely animated stuff from 1966 to that weird computer-looking, it's issue 21 stuff. 28. What if Daredevil became an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Another copy. I've got 2 copies of that. Is that a valuable issue? If it is, then yippee. This is What If Elektra Had Lived, issue 35. I think I have more than one copy of this one, too. Let's see. Well, where is it? Maybe this box over here is some books that I'm needing to put in to there. Yeah, somewhere I've got another What If. This is What If 38, but I don't know if it's the same series. I don't think it is. This is when comics cost $1. And we're still... This What If 35 is... well, yeah, no, this might be the same series. Oh, this one has a little thing you can, a little dealy. These things get stuck everywhere with their static electricity. Okay, What If 35? What if 36? What if the Fantastic Four had not gained their superpowers? Oh, it's Saturday morning on CBS. New episodes of Gilligan's Planet. Man, I thought Gilligan's Planet was more early when I was living in San Antonio, and around that was 73 to 75. Yeah, that's weird the way John Byrne likes to draw Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, there was some Gilligan. Maybe they did 2 animated Gilligan's Island shows. I guess there was one that was another they were on the island. Yeah, I think that was mid 70s. And then this one, when this comic came out, that must be a Gilligan's Island in outer space. But they got most of the actors to come back and do the voices. My friend Tom Renoni used to live next door to Dawn Wells, Marianne, when he lived in Los Angeles, and he bought some lawn furniture from her at a garage sale, and then I bought the lawn chair I think that she owned, and then I think it was the one that was immediately stolen off of my porch. If not, then one of those chairs out there on the porch is that chair. Something about saying, yeah, that chair you're sitting in was once had Don Wells' butt sitting in it. It's like, wow, that's better than an autograph. Yeah, the old locker room talk about Marianne versus Ginger, it's kind of the same as Betty versus Veronica. This is not in very good shape. This is not my childhood copy. I bought this at a later time. Probably from a dollar bin because the story looks cool. What if Thor battles Conan? Got a bit of a spine roll. It's only like the top has got a spine roll. Oh well. Certainly an interesting concept. I was talking to my wife about Robert E. Howard the other day, probably boring her completely while we were eating Mexican food, and oh wait, cool, I've got another copy. And the other copy doesn't look like it's in great shape either, but at least it doesn't have a spine roll. Oh, but this one is a newsstand edition, and this one's a direct edition. So, I wonder if there's a Mark Jewelers variant in it. Okay, we're almost done with this amazing box. Let's see what we got here. 40. What if Doctor Strange had not become master of the mystic arts? Well, according to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he never was. It's his servant is the master of the mystic arts because, yeah, you know, he's can't have this guy. Ouch, shit! I've got a cut on the right here on my knuckle. All right, so this box is done. We started it a few weeks ago. We started with Two Gun Kid, and it goes through What If. And here's the lid. And I think this is the lid. No, it can't be. There's got to be a better lid than this. I've got these empty boxes in this little porch room. I got to do something with that porch room. That's not. I mean, that's an indoor porch, and then there's an outdoor porch. Maybe one of those lids over there will be better. It's not raining yet. Yeah, this one's good. Okay. All right. Let's take this box into the comic book room. Grab another box. Okay. Let's see how this works. What if? Okay. Of course, DC was doing the whole what if concept first, but they were calling them imaginary stories. And then, people say, but they're all imaginary stories. Well, these are more imaginary than the other Superman stories, so just get over it. Okay. Jim Steranko's History of Comics. Highly recommend it to you. I'm proud of Jim Steranko and his political slant that he is. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. He's all over Twitter. He's very much a "Make America Great" type guy, and it's upsetting people. Look at this frame tray puzzle. I got these space age ones. Oh, these are great, man. I need to put these in the other room up on the wall next to the space age rocket toys. And I got these horror ones. But they're blocking access to the next box that we're going to be looking at. So that's why there's a chance to look at them while we're moving things around. It's like you guys know, it's kind of like a Rubik's Cube. When you've got a collection, you're trying to get to something, and you have to keep moving things around till you can get to what you need to get to. Maybe you're more organized than me, but where's the fucking lid, man? Okay. So, well, there's nothing even in that, man. You know what? Okay. Okay, so, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This box we're about to go through starts with what if. So, that's the box that we're going through next. Why we started at the end of the alphabet is simply because they're easier to get to. Basically, why you're not seeing any Silver Age comics or older stuff is because these boxes here are all Copper Age and up. I'm sorry, Bronze Age, Copper Age, and Modern Age. And all the Silver Age books and Golden Age books, I've filed them separately because I don't want books from the 1950s and 60s to be contaminated by being in a box next to something that has Deadpool in it, or Spawn. Not that I have much of that. Because I consider the Silver Age and the Golden Age more sacred. But the Bronze Age is pretty sacred to me too. But regardless, that stuff's all in separate boxes. It was a decision I made a few years ago. And it kept me occupied during the pandemic fad. Everybody needed something to do during that craze. And I guess what I did was have fun separating comics. And you can see a lot of it over the last several years. There's a whole playlist here on whatever channel, the Gratu Orloff show. Or if you turn on... Anyway, I've got a whole playlist of every show. It starts at the episode 1 and it just goes through. You can watch them all. But I like to turn on the closed captioning and watch the computers at YouTube try to figure out what I'm saying. And I guess I don't speak clearly. But whenever I say Gratu Orloff, it's like Garage Warlock or Garage Door Lock or something. It's like they don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Oh, now we got all these shitty What If comics from the 90s to look at. God damn. Okay, but I'm sure they're all wonderful. What if the Invisible Girl had died? It's kind of a morbid fucking thing. Look at him like wailing his arms around like one of those inflatable things that wave their arms around in front of the new laundromat when it opens. What if Conan the Barbarian were stranded in the 20th century? So they kind of already did that idea, but now he's stranded there. 43. 44. What if Captain America was revived today in the futuristic year of 1990? And look, this one. I've got another copy, and wow, look at that. It's amazing. It's a newsstand copy. What if Uncle Ben had lived? 46. What if the Avengers lost the Evolutionary War? How about that? This one's a thin comic because it's from the modern age, so I bet it'll fit in this stupid bag. It's a little too snug, but you know, so. And I've got another copy. Are they? The fuck? No. They're both direct edition comic book store. What does it look like inside? Yeah, this is what it looks like. This is, it's What If #1, so this is them starting it over. So everybody's got to buy issue #1 because it's valuable. Collector's item classic. What if the Vision had destroyed the Avengers? #5. What if Disney had destroyed the Avengers? That would be a great one. Someone needs to do that. Like, what if Disney had killed off all of the original Avengers and replaced them with teenagers and only left Thor, but as a clown, and the Hulk, but not the Hulk that you like? What if Wolverine was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? What if the Punisher's family hadn't been killed? Well, he'd probably be a nice guy. My goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll see when we read this, right? fits perfectly fine in the inferior bag for the inferior age. Then there's another copy of the same one. So are they both? They're both direct editions. What if the Fantastic Four all had the same power? Yeah, that sounds like a fascinating one. What if Spider-Man had not married Mary Jane? My goodness. That was number 20. What if Spider-Man had married the Black Cat? What if the all-new, all-different X-Men had never existed? What if Captain America had led an army of super soldiers in World War II? That's a cool concept. You know, I still can't believe that Disney would be stupid enough to take a name that's as well-known as the X-Men, an intellectual property name, X-Men, and just call them the mutants because, well, they're not all men. It's just, that's so stupid. What if Captain America had formed the Avengers 29? I keep hearing rumors that that guy that ran the Pollo Loco chain of chicken restaurants that was a front for his criminal activities in Breaking Bad, that actor is going to play Professor X. Remember when he got his face blown up? Well, if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, I'm spoiling it. Sorry. I figure if you haven't seen Breaking Bad by now, you're probably not ever going to see Breaking Bad. But you need to watch Better Call Saul too. That was a fun series. 34. What if no one was watching The Watcher? This is like, kind of like, where did it all begin? Like, maybe this is where it all began with this, The Watcher wearing a dress. Now, this is just typical, this is like par for the course. No, I didn't buy this when it came out. I would be embarrassed, but I saw it in a comic store, like in a dollar bin, and that's a wrestling clock in the other room. It only makes noise when the lights are turned on, and man, that thing's been running since the 1990s. I didn't think they made toys. I got it at Toys R Us. I thought it was funny that every hour a wrestler shouts at you. And right about 5 or 6 o'clock, it's always The Rock. And he's shouting out, "Can you smell or do you smell what The Rock is cooking?" Because it's always like right about the time that someone's cooking dinner. And he shouts that he's the one cooking it. 40. What if Storm of the X-Men had remained a thief? What if the Avengers had fought Galactus? What if Venom had possessed the Punisher? What if the Punisher became Captain America? Oh, look, it's a newsstand edition. Oh my God, I can't believe it. At 2. Oh, no, it isn't. It says direct edition on there. What? Both of them do. They have UPC codes in it. It says direct edition. They were tricky in the shit age. This is from the shit age of comics, when only inferior bags fit them. What if the Punisher had taken it up had become an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? What if the Punisher was transgender? What if Wolverine had Weapon X as a girlfriend? What if Iron Man sold out to the Disney Corporation? Oh, an unbagged one. What if Captain America were revived today when they had shitty art like that? Look at his mouth. It's terrible. You can see like a little trail of saliva. Disgusting. Horrible. And it feels so floppy and inferior, and the art is so shitty. And the panels that are big unnecessarily just because they're trying to get the art done quicker. It reeks of the. Oh, that's a Silver Age bag. How dare you? Oh, fuck. Is this an inferior bag? Yes, probably. Let's get this sleeve. I'm sorry. We'll get to some. Goddamn. We'll get to some good comics here in a minute. Because but you have to go through shitty comics to get to good comics. And I'm not saying these are all shitty. I'm sure there's gems in here, but what is that, man? This is 67. Oh, this is the Incredible Conclusion. Oh, look at this stupid. You know, I thought they messed up Submariner for the movie version, but look at him when he has the mullet. That may actually be a more perverse thing to do to Bill Everett's creation, to give him a mullet. No offense to those of you with mullets. I know that some of you have mullets out there, and I don't mean to offend that. But Submariner shouldn't have a mullet. You guys, if you want to have mullets, it's cool. Not that there's anything wrong with that. How many fucking times they... What the hell? 60... What? I don't understand what the hell's going... Yeah, they keep starting this numbering system over. I don't know what's going on. Oh, wait, shit. Piss. Okay, there it goes. What if the Punisher's family hadn't been killed? Oh, there's another copy. It's out of order. Where are the other ones? See, when I have doubles, I certainly would be amenable to trading or selling. I don't know where it was. Shit. This, though, I gotta show you this. This is a good book. What if Iron Man had been a traitor? Because the artwork, as I recall, is done by Steve Ditko. And he doesn't draw Spider-Man or Doctor Strange, but he didn't mind coming back and drawing the other characters. But he would not touch his own creations. What if Namor had joined the Fantastic Four? Notice that it's pronounced Namor, not Namor. Namor. My name is Nevermore. Let's see. Okay, that's the end of that. Okay, do I have any more what ifs over here? No. Now we're moving into What the, which was the inferior rebirth of Not Brand Ek during that same horrible time period. It had some good stuff in it, but it was not Brand Ek. Oh, see, they even do fake ads. That's kind of cool. There's a parody of Secret War 3. Yeah, it's definitely in the spirit of Not Brand Ek. And they've, I just saw Big Boy. There's Big Boy restaurants. That was good. That was a fun restaurant to eat at, Big Boy. In Texas, where I lived, it was called Kip's Big Boy, but I think the more famous Big Boy is in California, Bob's Big Boy. Anyway, they give you free comic books at when your parents paid. You got a free comic book printed on shitty paper. It didn't have slick covers. The covers were the same type of paper as the interior of the comic. And the artwork, at least in the 70s, was not very good. If you go back farther, I'm sure the artwork was better. Here's What the #2. I'm not going to waste these bags right now. I'll come back and bag these later. I'm going to save these bags for amazing stuff I find. This is kind of a cool, I like that cover. What If 3. Look how the Punisher's been sliced into a bunch of pieces. What the #6. One thing I don't like is the logo on this. I just don't think it looks good. What the #7. What the #8. See, they even have Forbish Man, who was from Not Brandak. What the #9. What the 11. Wolverina, which I think is the first time they did a female Wolverine. So that book, maybe that book's a key issue. Let's see what other key issues we can find. 13. This one is a Sword and Sorcery issue. So it has a Conan parody in it. And I have 2 copies of that. What? I've got another copy of 13. You already saw that one. This is a Christmas issue. Oh, it's got a flip cover of an EC parody, The Vault of What the. It's actually a better cover. I've got several copies of that. Here's What the 17. Another match between Wolverine and the Punisher. I gotta go downstairs and check on my Terry Tunes recording. I wonder if I can get through this box during this episode. There's the female Wolverine again. And there's another, I've got like 4 copies of that issue. Here's a key issue. That's pretty good. I got, how many copies do I have of that? 1, 2, I have 2 copies of that one. And then making fun of something that most people don't remember is when Marvel teamed up with the NFL to put out a comic book called Super Pro as part of their new universe. Is that what it's called? It's a bunch of comics that came out, I think, under Jim Shooter, that I've heard people say that some of them were good. Oh, this isn't even, this shouldn't be in this box because these are all Marvel and DC. That just looks like a DC comic. They're trying to make it look like Teen Titans. That should be over in the independent stuff. Here's Wild Thing. It's one of these 90s embossed, covers for the blind. This is Braille comic books for the blind. Wild Thing. I think it's a British comic. I don't know. Okay. Oh, we're getting into some good stuff. It's Midnight, The Witching Hour, number 27. Now, the ones that were, this I would be considering this, the ones they were 20 cents, I considered the Bronze Age had started. And, oh boy, some of these don't have bags and boards. So this one is a childhood copy. And we need to get it bagged and boarded. Yeah, this was the cute witch, and then there were 2 ugly witches. All part of Joe Orlando brought horror, EC-style horror comics to DC about 20 years after, EC had gone down, or 20 years after EC's popularity, the comics code relaxed a bit. And, you know, kids always love monsters and stuff, so they quickly rushed in and did these monster horror comics. This is also a childhood copy, which I think I'll switch this bag out. So how was your wonderful Saturday evening? It's great, isn't it? Okay, it's good that I'm going through these witching hour comics. Wait, I already saw that one. That's 32, 31. Then my next one that I bought as a kid was number 40. Those ads for those. Now, this would not be something that I would have done. That's done at the 7-Eleven when kids flip through the spinner rack. Those kind of spine, they call them spine ticks now. All the 40. See, I feel like these witching hour books shouldn't be in the same box with and some of those later period what ifs. It's almost insulting, but here's 41. I'll switch childhood copy. Do I just have a board I could put in? There's some boards. Where are they? Oh, here we go. Because I guess I'm a snob. I just don't like modern stuff, and to me, stuff from the 1990s is modern. And I see a lot of people on YouTube that I respect that are a little bit younger than me that are always talking about how great the 90s were, and that's fine, you know. You know, that's when you were a kid, so that's the stuff that, you know, people that were buying comics in the golden age probably sneered in contempt at kids buying stuff in the silver age, and people buying stuff in the silver age probably sneered in contempt. I mean, imagine if you were buying pre-code horror and you see your son or your nephews buying imitations of that stuff 20 years later in the early 70s, you'd probably think the same thing. It's like, what are you doing? That stuff is not as cool as what I had when I was a kid. Okay, 45. Yeah, they started putting all this double stuff in the comics in the early 70s because of all the hippies were, you know, all into the satanic stuff, and then The Exorcist came out, you know, of course Rosemary's Baby had been out, so I prefer the skeleton covers to the devil covers. I wonder if it's raining yet. 48. 48. 45, 48. Wait, I thought I showed you 66, didn't I? I think I'm showing you these out of order. Here's 61. I'll show you this ad on the back. This could be your head. I used to have that shrunken head thing. I gave that away to somebody. Oh well, I don't think they're high dollar, but then they probably are. Who knows? 61. Right, things are completely out of order here. 45, 48, 61, 66. Okay, did I show you this one? I think I did. That's 66. But here's 53, so that's out of order. Oh, and then 67. Someone was showing this the other day, the wedding of Joe Biden and Joel Biden. 53. I gotta go downstairs for two reasons. One, I gotta blow my nose. Now let's look at one more. And we'll head downstairs. We'll come right back up. Number 80. I can't shake this cold or congestion or whatever I have, man. I wish I could find that tripod. 80. We're in the 35-cent era. And 81. Unfortunately, we're into the era when they put the mark of the beast on these comics. Again, as I've said it before, just a minute. As I've said it before, I've never had a comic book scanned, the UPC code scanned. Maybe if you bought it in a supermarket, but comics aren't sold in supermarkets very rarely. Anyway, I mean, back then, obviously not now. And even magazines aren't in supermarkets anymore, except a few that are at the checkout stand. And it's amazing. Reader's Digest is still published. Here's 85. Yeah, there's some good art in these things. Oh, it's more Bewitching Pages. That's when they went up to 50 cents. Yeah, if you want to study the effects of inflation, look at comic books during the 1970s. Now we're on that roller coaster again, intentionally. Okay, and then I've got these out of order. We're back to the 25-cent era. This is number 62. Dusty and Sky, both are knockouts. Evel Knievel. I never had an Evel Knievel. I had no interest in it. It looked like a really dinky little thing, the figure. But I see the old commercials for Evel Knievel on YouTube, and it looks like it. If it really worked like it does in the commercial, it was a pretty neat little toy. But I preferred more fantastic toys that were dinosaurs or monsters or superheroes. I wasn't that interested in Evel Knievel. I remember Evel Knievel. at one point in about 1975 or 76, got mad at a reporter and got a baseball bat and started beating the reporter in a parking lot. And then all of a sudden, the Evel Knievel toys disappeared off the shelves. Oh, let me just show you something. Here, I've changed up this this 50s, what do you call them, window boxes. I put these two lovebird dogs here. And these, I think these are supposed to kiss, aren't they? Are they magnets? Do they kiss? Oh yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah. And these are kissing Eskimos. And there's the Addams Family. Universal Monsters. Boy, I can't hold this camera without shaking it. Again, let me turn this on. This is the original battery still working on this. I think that movie came out in 2014, didn't it?
The name's Rocket. Locked and loaded. Oh, come on. I don't got that long of a lifespan anyway. You gotta be kidding me. Quill, I need ammo. No need to be so bossy.
Anyway, the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special is great. I told you guys it was great last episode, and then I started worrying, what if everybody watches it and hates it? Then I'm going to look like a moron, but I really had fun. And Gotham City Comics watched it and agreed with me. But now the assignment... Sorry, it's dark down here. Now the assignment is to watch this Wednesday show on Netflix that's based on Wednesday, the daughter of the Addams Family. What happened to the Terry Toons? Is that a commercial? What is this shit? Why is there a fucking Gene Wilder movie playing? I was recording Terry Toons. What in the name of all?
Why don't we take our classes?
What the hell happened? I had a feeling I needed to get downstairs. Oh, I guess I ran out of Terry Toons cartoons. Let's see, how long was I recording a Gene Wilder movie? Look, I had a feeling I needed to come down here, that something was amiss. I hear the sound of Drew the dog coming. Either that or it's a ghost coming. Maybe we'll... Oh, no, it's Drew the dog. Hey, Drew the dog, what's up? Okay, let's press play and see how many minutes. I don't know what movie that was. It's not that I dislike Gene Wilder, but I didn't want a movie by Gene Wilder to be on my Terry Toons disc. So I'm recording these Farmer Alfalfa cartoons. So every time I press the button, it goes forward 10 minutes. Oh, that's right where we came in. Let's see what this is. It looks like I was only recording for a few minutes. There's Ned Beatty. Does not look like a movie that I would enjoy watching. Oh, looks like I probably recorded about 10, 15 minutes. Oh, it's Silver Streak, isn't it? Yeah, I had a feeling that's what it was. Okay, so let's see. We have 51 minutes left on this disc. I think there's another playlist here. Paul Terry. Okay. Hold on.
We are Minnesota State. We are your 26 state colleges and 7 state universities. We are...
Okay. All right, good. All is right with the world. So we got the first maybe 10 minutes of Silver Streak in the middle of Paul Terry cartoons. See what the weather's like outside. The rain has not happened. Let me set this down while I go. You can watch the cartoon. I'll be right back. Now, the YouTube AI algorithm, whatever, should guess better than that. If you're watching old 1930s cartoons and the playlist runs out, and then they move you to something else that you might enjoy, it seems like it wouldn't be Silver Streak. You as the AI would find other old cartoons, but like earlier, I was watching Go Go Gopher. The playlist, Go Go Gophers, the playlist ran out, and they directed me to Tennessee Tuxedo, which makes complete sense. But that AI must have gone home for the evening to his wife and children. And the new robot came in for Saturday evening, and maybe he's had a few at the bar before he showed up. And look at Drew, man. What's up? And so therefore, I was directed to Silver Streak. Again, we're ready for Christmas, man. Bring it on. We had an early snow. There's no other snow predicted for the next week and a half, whatever. So those of you that think it snows here all the time, like my wife's family in Houston, Texas, are under the impression that we're under 5-6 feet of snow all the time, and that's just certainly not the case here. It doesn't, but I sure do like it when it snows because I don't have to drive very far. I can get to anywhere by walking, and what sucks is when you're at work, 30 minutes away, and like before I retired, I had a 30-minute commute. Uh-oh, the battery's getting low. I need to get the charging cable. I had a 30-minute commute, so So I had a 30-minute commute, and you're at work, and you're waiting for them to call. Okay, we're gonna go home, but they don't. And then you got this, whole bunch of snow and ice, and streets aren't, they don't have stuff on the streets ready to, in Texas, where I used to live, and so you have to get home without safely, and so you have to find another route where you don't go over bridges, because the bridges are going to be impassable, unpassable, whatever, impassable. You can't get on them, through them, man. What am I doing? Oh, yes, charging cable. I feel like I'm at a circus. Charging cable. So, one of the advantages is everything is close, but one of the disadvantages is there's not a great diversity as far as types of restaurants. And my wife was really into Thai food, because when she had her problems with her sinuses, Thai food would clear her right up. And there was a Thai food restaurant just like a mile away back in Texas, less than a mile away, I think. But here, you don't have that. And she's getting a little depressed about that. And she's not feeling well. And she has several hernias. She has to have surgery for that. And so we're trying to find a good time to schedule that, because I'll need to be home to take care of her. And, that's not a fun thing for her to look forward to. And she really wanted a bathtub in the new house that we got. And this house doesn't have a bathtub. It just has showers. And so I got to get a bathtub installed. So, witching hour. $72. Crazy crabs. Man, I love these comics. There's that blonde witch again. $72. Okay, that's 81. 80, 67. Here's number 75. I don't know if we're going to get to the Wonder Woman comics or not. Maybe. W.I. How many? Let's see. I got to go through Wolverine. I don't have many Wolverine comics. Yeah, we'll get to the Wonder Woman. I loved the X-Men comics, but for some reason I never really bought the Wolverine solo title. I think I preferred Wolverine as part of a team. Or maybe it was just the 90s and I was buying other things. I wasn't just buying comics. I think that's the neighbors working on their house. 78. Or it's the sound of the heaters warming up. This is a good spot. This chair here on the 3rd floor where I'm going to be doing a lot of reading of comic books. I'm just trying to get everything organized and all. Start reading. 79. Joe Biden's no longer 79. He just had his 80th birthday. Donald Trump is 76. So he'll be like 78 if hopefully, you know, if he's reelected, if things go right. He'd be 78, which is how old Biden was when he became the president. 79. 79. Okay. That may be the end of the witching hour. Here's Wolverine #1. I think that's a key issue, man. Yeah, I bought that at Lone Star Comics back when it came out. Wolverine 2. Yeah, I like this limited series. Here's 3. I liked it so much I don't have part 4. Maybe I did it one time, but I can't find it. Here's Wolverine number, what the hell does that say? 8. Wolverine number 9. Wolverine 17, that's a good cover. If you see any that are particularly important key issues, tell me down below. There's Wolverine 22. I guess I have more Wolverines than I realize. Wolverine 22. Wolverine 23. We're getting into the era where the covers don't really show what happens inside the book. They just show dramatic poses. I have 2 copies of that issue. Hopefully that's a very valuable key issue. Wouldn't that be good? Because then I could make some money. Wolverine 34. Well, I'm now booked 4 days this week. So I'm not working on Monday unless someone calls me in for Monday. And so that'll be some extra money around December 20th. That's when that'll come. That's 60. Here's another copy of 60. Here's, damn. Why do I have 3 copies of 60? Is it an important issue? I don't know. Here's 61. Seems like this is an important issue of some sort. So I don't remember. Oh my gosh, 62. Look at those big 1990s mouths, man. The reunion. Yeah, the 1990s. This girl does not have much clothing on, and that gun is bigger than her entire torso. Wolverine 63. And here's one that's not bagged. Wolverine 77. What is this? Oh, you got here's a spread that you have to read sideways. They're so innovative, aren't they? And full page. Well, this doesn't look too bad, really. I guess. Who's this artist? I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. Wolverine 77. Oh, Adam Kubert. I was just watching an interview with his dad. Joe Kubert loved doing comics, but some of the other people that we love looking at their art, it was just a job. They really were not that into comics. I heard Howler Mouse talking about John Buscema, I think last night on that Conan show, and he must have watched the same interview with John Buscema on Comic Book Historians on YouTube. And John Buscema did not like do modern stuff. He didn't like to have to draw cars and airplanes, so he preferred drawing the old barbarian sword and sorcery stuff. But he said he was not. It was just a job to him. Marie Severin loved drawing comics. Ramona Fredone, it was more, when she was doing Aquaman in the 50s, it was more just drudgery. She didn't like drawing fish and stuff. But now she appreciates what she did. That 90s stuff. This is Wolverine number, oh, I hated when they did this. 97. They made you look down at the UPC code to see the number. I hated when they did that. But, yeah, during this era, they really drew. It was I don't know. Doesn't look too bad. Anyway, but what she really loved drawing was Metamorpho. But she was not. She didn't hang around with the comic book crowd. Her husband, I think, did cartoons for like the New Yorker, so she would socialize with the more highbrow cartoonist crowd, the people that did the illustrations and cartoons for the more highbrow stuff. Okay, that's out of order. What is this? Wolverine 76. Man, everybody's like at the dentist office. Say ah. Say ah, Mr. Wolverine. 77, 78. I think it's supposed to convey excitement. Anyway. You gotta watch those interviews. They're great. You guys ever watch David Nino Rodriguez on YouTube? He's got his also a little pay channel where you pay like $3 or $4 a month. He's interesting guy out of El Paso. Here's Wolverine 150. So this is 97. I think it's the sound of the heater system. It's a radiator system. So. No, that's the sound of Drew the dog coming upstairs. Ooh, I thought. 97. 77. Part of what I'm doing is, no, don't knock. He's going to knock the phone down, man. Hey, how are you doing, Drew? You hungry? Jesus, I better feed her. 150. Okay. Here's another. Oh, this is terrible. Look how they drew Wolverine. He looks like a Cro-Magnon man. I don't know. Maybe this is a great artist that you all respect and revere, but he looks more like the Beast. Drew, you just ate, man. Like a vacuum cleaner. I'll go feed her. This is Wolverine number 183, apparently. It was 150, 183. Oh, man, we're never going to get to Wonder Woman, all these distractions and more Wolverine comics than I realized. All right. Come on, Drew. Come on, man. Let's go down there and get some more food, man. Drew, you're in. I can't get through here. Make sure they haven't kicked me out of my Terry Tunes playlist into Stir Crazy or something. Man, we never do shows at night. Look at that. This is a special nighttime edition. By the time I upload this, it'll probably be 10:30 tonight. Yeah, she's hungry. It's turkey recipe, since it's just a few days after Thanksgiving. It's very appropriate. Drew, here's some food, man. Ah, she's licking her lips. Amazing. Okay, we only have about 9 minutes left before the camera shuts off, so let's see if we can get through these damn 1990s Wolverine comics. I don't know, is that blasphemous? See, that Japanese guy, my mother brought that back from Japan. When she went to Japan right after World War II, it looks like he's got a lightsaber in his hand. I was given this by a science teacher back in the 1990s at my school. This is apparently a pretty rare Dick Tracy book, but that's my mother there. But it's not in good condition. The Dick Tracy book, not my mother. And she's come back up to bother me. She didn't eat the food. Drew, why didn't you eat your food, man? She's gonna try to lick all the comic books, man. Okay, Drew. No, man. I gave you the food. Drew, if you can just wait 10 minutes, I'll take you out. What is this shitty comic? Wolverine Max, that's going to be like a dirty Wolverine comic, I think. Or like Wolverine with, yeah, see, you know, they got like Wolverine, bed with a girl, and it's going to have, no, Drew, it's going to have shit, fucked up shit in it, man. I don't like that. I don't like that, man. They shouldn't do that to the characters that were created. This is a children's medium. I still think. I know people want to say, "Oh no, it's graphic novels. It's this dog is messing me up, man." Let's see. Look, I'll show you what I'm dealing with. She's down here, and I can't file the comics in because Drew, you gotta chill, man. You're ruining my my award-winning show here. This is, I don't even know how to file this Wolverine Max shit. Stop, Drew. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this anymore, guys, this evening. She's not going to let me look at any comics. Oh, there's another Wolverine over here that needs to be put in that I had in this other box. Let's get that in a bag. Yeah, they make these bags, these modern bags, too snug. And here's all new Wolverine. I don't even know what that's about. It's a girl Wolverine. But they did it first in what the girl Wolverine. Here's, this artwork looks better. You know, this is more modern era. I don't know. What is that, early 2000s? I don't know what that is. Oh, wait, she's distracted. No, she's not. Well, on tomorrow's exciting episode, we'll get into Wonder Woman. Let's see what else we'll look at. We'll look at a bunch of Wonder Womans and shit. And mostly Wonder Woman's, and then we'll get into Bronze Age World's Finest comics. But the dog is not having it, man. We're not gonna keep doing this comic show. She's like an angry. Uh-oh. My wife is sending me a message saying we should eat mashed potatoes. So now my wife is sending me a message, and the dog is sending me a message that I need to stop for the day. So maybe I should just go ahead and end the episode before the memory on the phone dies. Let's, I haven't shown you this arrangement yet. See? All right, let's turn this power strip off. Drew, no, don't mess with that. Drew's wanting to chew on things like these old yearbooks and stuff. Drew, no, we're not gonna fuck with that. Let's turn off this light that's giving us those puzzles that I showed you with the spacemen would probably be good here. And I can move this Spook Show poster, but I think I should have the Space Age puzzles here with this display of, outer space kind of stuff. So everything's a work in progress. Gradually, all will be well. I'm going to take some of these robots down tomorrow, the Shogun Warrior and some of the stuff down to that basement room I was showing you earlier. Okay. Anyway, my wife's calling. Anyway, I will see you guys soon, so take care.